the church we put our faith in really given us? That's the question TikToker Nikki Haley just forced millions to ask after her viral social experiment exposed a harsh truth. She called 26 churches, pretending to be a desperate mother out of baby formula, a baby crying in the background, and begged for help. Not money, not shelter, just milk for her child. What was she got instead? Excuses, hang-ups, and silence. Some said, "We don't do that here." Others just hung up. Out of 26 Christian churches, only 3 offered real help. But when she called a mosque, everything changed. Before she could even finish explaining, the man on the phone said, "Where are you? What kind of formula do you need? Come, we'll help you." No hesitation, no sermon, just compassion. Now, the internet's divided, but emotional. How can so many who preach love thy neighbor fail the simplest test of kindness?
This social experiment that this woman on TikTok is doing, where she's calling different churches and asking for help affording baby formula, and they're literally all turning her down, is making me embarrassed to be a Christian. Like, truly. I'm a Christian, I believe in God, but like there are some times when I'm like, it is so hard to associate with Christianity right now because like there really is no hate like the Christian love. Like I will admit that. I've seen it firsthand. It's like, and I guarantee you, I bet you if she called a gay bar or a dive bar and was like, "Hey, I really need help affording formula right now. Like, could you help a girl out?" I bet you they'd be like, "Of course." And it makes you realize, you know, like, some of the worst people you will meet are Bible thumpers, and some of the best people you will meet are just like quote unquote sinners. And we need to tax churches. I'm like so disgusted right now. I'm so embarrassed as a Christian. Like, this is disgusting.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would help feed a starving baby. And right now I'm about to call Woodman Valley Chapel. This is a non-denominational church providing gospel-centered teaching and worship services on weekends. And they host various community events, groups, and ministries. So let's see if they would help feed a starving baby, though.
Please hold while I try to connect you. Woodman Valley Chapel, this is Dawn.
Hi, I was wanting to see if there was any way y'all could help with a small can of baby formula.
I'm sorry, you're kind of echoing. I can't hear you. Do you have me on speaker? Can you take me off speaker?
Yeah, can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I was wanting to see if there's any way y'all could help with a small can of baby formula.
I don't have any. Have you checked with, like, Crossfire Ministries?
Yeah, I have. I've been calling everywhere all day. I have a 2-month-old and she ran out of formula last night. So I'm just trying to see if somebody can get like just a small can. I mean, I can pick it up. I don't have any money.
Yeah. Do you, which one of our campuses do you attend?
I'm like 10 minutes away from the one that's in Colorado Springs.
Well, we have 4 here. So which one of our campuses do you go to? Do you attend one of our campuses?
I don't attend, no. I'm just local.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to... Did you try Mercy's Gate?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have any way to help you with that. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Do you have a moment? Sorry, just 1 second. I gotta turn my baby off just a second. All right, so this is actually just a social experiment to see if churches would help with a starving baby.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a pro-life church at all?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious why you would be a pro-life church and you wouldn't help feed a starving baby that hasn't ate all night.
So you don't even have a baby? This is just like a test or something?
Yes. It's a social experiment to see if churches would actually help with the babies that they, are so pro-life to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We believe that, Christ has called us to love our neighbors. And so we do want to respond to his call, and for those who are vulnerable. And we're well aware, and as a church body, we're also helping provide like additional resources to the local ministries like Crossfire and Mercy Gate. That's what we do suggest, that you actually give them a call to do that.
Okay. I will be sure to let people know that. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So basically what she's saying is that she's pro-life until the baby's born, because then it's no longer her problem. Now, be pro-life if you want to be pro-life. I'm not here to tell you, what to believe in. However, if you do want to sit here and preach to mothers to have their babies and to be pro-life, at least be willing to help them if they have a starving baby and somebody calls you on the phone needing help. Because this is absolutely shameful. Like, this is probably the worst call that I feel like I've gotten so far, because she didn't even realize her own hypocrisy.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Wakwakwidash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to my Akim Wakwathium, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you. Shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, it's going to be on this. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, obviously I heard about this last night, I think, or this morning, whatever, I don't remember. But what happened with this was I had seen some stuff. I heard this one chick, talking to this thing. I'm like, okay, sure, fine, wow, whatever. And then when I heard this girl talking, that's when it hit me. Okay, because I was like, okay, yeah, this is nothing new. Of course I knew this. And I was laughing a little bit, just a little bit, because it's like, this is to be expected. Like, I obviously expect this type of stuff, but at the same time, and also I'm not saying, and this is not to say that all churches are like that, because some churches actually do have, people and leadership or whatever that actually do genuinely help people and actually go out of their ways to help people. So I want to let you know that, there's me personally, I've had 2 instances that I actually do remember where I was helped by either a member of a church or someone or the church in general, where they just partook and actually did the work to actually help. All right, so I did notice that. I was like, okay, yeah, good on them, good on the church in doing stuff like that. So again, this is not all the church, but exactly what this girl had said specifically, I just thought this was pretty funny. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I was baffled. I didn't think this other girl, the other one, she said that she called one mosque, and then the mosque immediately said, oh yeah, we're going to help you and whatnot. Now, that is absolutely embarrassing. That's genuinely embarrassing to be, because you're part of one of the big 3 fucking churches, and then the big 3 churches, not churches, religions, and then your church is, it's like not your church, your religion is known for not helping anybody out at all. Like, they're all here talking about, oh, we want to help, we want to do this and the third and whatnot, but then when it actually comes to helping people, oh, just take the word and whatnot, and then go fuck off, and be sure to come to churches and give what little money you have. And that's the thing. As a matter of fact, if I can remember what that thing she gave, it was, she had given more than the moon. Luke chapter 21, verse 1, and he looked up and saw the rich men casting their gifts into the treasury, and he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites, and he said, Of a truth I say unto you, that this poor widow hath cast in more than they all. Basically, let's actually get that and read more. For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offerings of Yahweh, but she of her penury hath cast in all the living that she had. So basically, the parable, if you want to call it that the Lord Yahawashi is trying to say, is how this poor woman is giving what little that she has, which it's not something that which is something that she needs, whereas the rich men, they give abundance, they give stuff that they don't need, or they're not gonna miss it, whereas she's going to miss it. I could use this money for food, I could use this money for clothes, I use this money for literally whatever you need to pay for. But these rich men, they're giving it. Oh well, that's the thing. So that is a reality that I had thought this was very. Oh, let me turn this down before I freaking blast my eardrums and yours as well for when I play it, because this is the type of stuff where in actual practice it's supposed to be like, this is what it's for. I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe that's called the Commonwealth, which Commonwealth, I believe it's supposed to be for everyone's thing, the community's benefit. All right, let me just actually Google that. Commonwealth meaning. An independent country or community, especially a democratic, international association consisting of UK. Okay, well, I believe there's more to this definition, so bear with me. I want to take a quick look. Well, I guess I was wrong in the definition. Whatever. I'm not going to keep on searching it. Anyway. Yeah, but basically the thing here is how there's supposed to be a community. They're supposed to say, oh yeah, this is for the poor, this is for the needy. But when the poor and needy actually ask them, slacking at you, I don't know if it's you, but ask them for food, formula, whatever the frick, then they say, okay, well, fuck off, because we're not helping you and whatnot. All right. Which, of course, this is the thing. The church is not known for giving money away. They're known for taking money away. All right. So let's continue on. I want to get this again.
Now, the internet's divided, but emotional. How can so many who preach love thy neighbor fail the simplest test of kindness?
This social experiment that this woman on TikTok is doing, where she's calling different churches and asking for help affording baby formula, and they're literally all turning her down, is making me embarrassed to be a Christian. Like, truly. I'm a Christian, I believe in God, but like there are some times when I'm like, it is so hard to associate with Christianity right now, because like there really is no hate. Like,
okay, now I remember what I was gonna say. Slocky. But so first off, it was always embarrassing to be a Christian, because Christians comparatively, they don't really have much to to their accomplishments, mind you. And that's the thing where it's for certain people. All right, I guess if, let's say, for example, if one of the things that I was thinking in my mind, I was thinking like, okay, so as someone that's trying to, because I like to think, all right, what would I do in that situation? Okay, so if I was one of these people that had answered the phone and I heard the crying baby and whatnot, or whatever, one of the things I would like to think that I would do, regardless of if I had known or not, would be like, okay, well, maybe I can send you some money. You could tell me this, or maybe we can meet up. I'll hand over some money so you can go and buy the things that you said you can go pick it up. So let's go do this or whatever, and either take some money out of your pocket, and whatnot, because if the thing is, let me, or maybe it's lucky, or maybe this, maybe like, okay, so can you give me a moment? I'm going to go and call a pastor or a higher up or a money whatever to say, okay, well, are we able to take some money out of the tithing thing, because I don't have the money I don't have money on me right now. I don't have the thing. I don't have the capabilities to do it. Or are we able to meet? Like, these are the different possibilities of something that you could have done if you had exemplified, okay, well, I'm a Christian person. I want to do good. I'm trying to do good, rather than just turning people down. And that's the thing that made me think, like, okay, so this is an example of that. But I'm gonna be honest, for me personally speaking, as an individual, me Kawakab as an individual, I probably would not help them out, not because, and this is not me speaking as a Christian. Slocking, I just want to be specific. You have to understand that there are certain things, okay, when it comes to a community, you do help people out, and I would help people out if I knew them. And that's really the key thing when it comes to it. When it comes to you as a Christian church, okay, if you have your community coming to you and saying, hey, I literally need help, I don't have any money, my baby's crying, whatever, then that's when you're like, okay, that is when there should be no question, and you should literally and immediately be willing to help someone out. Like, that's the thing where you actually put in to help them. Okay, you don't just, and let's actually get some of these precepts that I literally was so scared that I thought I was not going to get them. I was not going to find them. But I actually remember them. So Matthew chapter 7, by the way, this is the Bible, okay, King James version that Christians claim to read. All right, Matthew chapter 7, verse 9. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he asks a fish, will he give him a serpent? Okay. If ye then, being evil, know how to give goods unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? So, if that was your let's say these two women were sister, this woman was her sister, her literal blood sister. Are you going to give your blood sister saying, hey sis, can I get some baby formula? I need some baby formula. Are you going to say, hey, here's a stone, or you can go to these different other services and stuff like that, which by the way goes to show, let's get this as well. I didn't even think about this. Brother, sister, I believe it's Matthew. Of course, it's not Matthew. Well, it is Matthew. Matthew chapter 12, verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. So if you think, if you recognize, if you view these people as your brother in Christ, sister in Christ, or whatever, and all that, then you don't you know how to gift your family, or you gift your family? Oh yeah, let me give my sister who's begging for freaking baby formula for my starving ass niece, all right, or starving ass nephew, all right, let me give them a stone, or let me give them a serpent, all right. That's how you help your supposed family out. And again, I want to go back to this, because this where she was over here saying that she is embarrassed to be a Christian. And yes, it is honestly embarrassing, because the thing about Christianity is that they don't have much. All it is like they don't have much accolade. I don't know if that's the term you want to use, because all that's known for them is basically being exposed by the Hebrew Israelites. Slocky, that was petty, but still, it's definitely true. For not knowing the scriptures, not knowing their own book, and you have, when compared to Islam having a lot more discipline compared to Muslims, as well as them taking, and this is not no, oh, Islam is better, oh, everyone follow Islam. I'm not saying that. Because if you are a Christian, you believe Christianity is the way, keep on going that way. I'm not trying to change you, and I genuinely don't care if you choose this, if you choose that, good for you, congratulations and whatnot. I'm just making a lesson for those that are already in the know, or those that are thinking about making that change, or whatever, that, you know what, yeah, I don't mess with this because of, look at this, just as an example. All right, so I want to let this girl talk more,
like, truly, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, but like there are some times when I'm like, it is so hard to associate with Christianity right now, because like there really is no hate like the Christian love. Like I will admit that. I've seen it firsthand. It's like, and I guarantee you, I bet you, if she called a gay bar or a dive bar and was like, hey, I really need help affording formula right now, like, could you help a girl out? I bet you they'd be like, of course. And it makes you realize, you know, like, some of the worst people you will meet are Bible thumpers, and some of the best people you will meet are just like quote unquote sinners.
And okay, so now that is a lie. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of some of the worst people you will meet are Bible thumpers, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna fully disagree or agree with her. I don't know too much on that. I've never really met people like that. Well, I mean, I think, speaking as a man, of course, I think she would probably consider someone like me who actually follows the scriptures and actually knows about the scriptures and all that stuff. I think she would consider me as some of the worst people that she met. Sure, so I'll accept that. If that's what she meant, then okay, fine, it's fine, whatever. Sure, I'll take that. But in terms of the best people she meet as sinners, the Lord would not accept that, and the Lord would disagree with both of her assessments in terms of the worst people and the best people. Because the thing is, when it comes to quote unquote Bible thumpers, all right, there is a what's the word? Let me just get this scripture out rather than trying to explain this. Is this? Do I need this? Okay, yeah, I do need that. So over here, again, this is because I actually know the scriptures and I actually read the scriptures. Sirach chapter 12 verse 5, do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly, hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. And that's another thing where sometimes, yes, we are expected to hold back our bread, but I will admit that in the example of this woman, you know, asking for food for her baby, that is not an example of, you know, whom you hold your bread back from. She should have definitely had gotten help from the people. And I think at the end of the day, these people don't really know or understand a lot of this. But I just wanted to kind of clear up any sort of misconception, because I did say that me personally, it depends on the situation, depends on whether I would have helped or not. But in terms of a situation like this, you know, I think the scriptures did say, you know, help the fatherless and the widows and stuff like that, speak for the widows and fatherless. So, you know, if this woman is over here like genuinely like by herself, or she's genuinely asking for help, then I mean, regardless of not just being given the opportunity to help in that situation, I believe like that is where the Lord, speaking as a man, not this is not definitive, but speaking as a man, I believe that that's when it's like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity, and you actually should do it, especially if you are given the chance. I believe that, again, this is not definitive, but I believe that maybe if not half, at the bare minimum, like the probability of half of them, because you said 26 people, and this woman, this woman said has gone through what, 38. This is the 38th one. They couldn't have just said, okay, you know what, let me I will help you out. Oh, we don't have any baby formula, but you know what I will do, I will take some money out of my own pocket to help you out, or I'm going to find a way to help you out, simply because, you know, you've just asked for a little bit, you need something, let me get you something so that you can help take care of your baby or whatever and stuff like that, where that's really all, you know, it takes at times where just a little bit of effort, especially if you are, you know, claiming to be a follower and whatnot, where, you know, maybe depending on the situation. Okay, again, there's a lot of different asterisks to the conditions of on whether I, speaking as a man, would help or not. But, you know, oftentimes, me personally, I do try to help. I do try to help if the Lord puts someone in my path to get help. So yeah, this girl speaking on the shame, all right, of being a Christian. That was something that I thought, you know, that's something that is definitely there. All right, so let's continue on. Yeah, if you know how to give gifts to your family, why can't you give gifts to others now, or to your other community, your brothers and sisters in the truth? Luke chapter 6 verse 34, and if ye lend to them of whom ye hope to receive, what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again. Basically, sinners are able to receive from sinners and get stuff in return. So what makes you think that, or Sakia, you can expect that we're lending to someone, all right, someone that doesn't have the money, that needs help, that actually needs the help, all right, you will get some from in return, but not from them, but from YAHAWAH. And you just have to have the faith to know and to believe and trust that yes, the Lord is in fact going to take care of you. He's going to provide for you. Okay, but you have to have the faith. The thing is faith in that. Now, with that, let's also get this. James chapter 2 verse 14. What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful for the body, what doeth it profit? Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. So you can't just say, oh yeah, I got faith. Oh, I love my brother and sister. Even though my brother and sister, oh, we love our black brothers and sisters, even though they're broke, even though they're in the ghetto, even though they're getting gunned down, even though they're this, even though they're that. We love them. Oh, but go. We love you. Go be filled and all that stuff. Go leave our presence and stuff like that. You know, don't let us see you, but we love you. We love you guys. You know, we're gonna make it into heaven together. Oh, but we're not gonna actually help you right now and stuff like that. That's basically what's going on. That's basically the exact same thing. So all that faith, quote unquote, where you claim to have faith, but you're not actually helping. All right. It doesn't mean a damn thing. All right. So that's just something that I wanted to kind of share. I thought good social experiment to that Edomite woman. I don't know if she's the original one, but regardless, still good stuff. Call him LAWAYA. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem Rakwadash. Call him LAWAYA. The YAHAWAH. I actually found these three: Matthew 10, Matthew 7, Luke 6, and James 2. I was really scared that I was not going to find it. But with that, I pray the system was edifying. Yeah. Above the ball and shalom.